Something is dragging. Not even touching the dipstick low. Well, oh yeah. Everybody, it is a great day to be alive. It is a great day to ride, and I'm easy. You did not know I'm easy? Like this beautiful Sunday morning I'm riding through right now. Today is the start of a brand new adventure. Yes, we made it to Key West. I spent some time there, really enjoyed my time there, but did not stay there forever. Today, making our way northbound Highway US 1, the overseas highway that is 120 miles from here to the mainland, 42 bridges, longest of which 6.79 miles long. That's rounded up. It's called the 7-mile bridge. And we're making our way to mainland Florida. We're not even going to leave the state today because it's a big one. Doing it like this at least. So yeah, making our way over to Lakeland. We got some friends to see. I haven't seen in a good long time. Riding buddy, Mr. Danny's going to help us out, give us a place to stay. We're going to catch up. It's going to be good times. But before we do that, you know we got to see the cool stuff. I got some things planned. And the road, it might have some things planned for me. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to enjoy the beautiful overseas highway. Take it in. Enjoy this weather. Keep these wheels rolling. Let's do it. So I'm just about through Big Pine Key right now. That is roughly 35 minutes north of Key West. And you might have noticed that sign for the speed limit, daytime 45, nighttime 35. That is because Big Pine Key is home to a very unique species of deer. They're key deer. They don't get nearly as big as standard deer were like up in the Midwest where I'm from. They're way smaller and they're endangered. If you get found to be intentionally harming one, then that's like a $100,000 fine. I've seen pictures of the roosters getting on top of the big pine deer on their back. Big Pine's got a lot of different wildlife to offer as far as the Keys are concerned. There are two ways into the Keys via the mainland, and they both lead you to right where it just came from. That was Key Largo, the northernmost end of it. And now we are going to take Card Sound Road back to the mainland. This is something I've never done. I've taken that stretch many times. 99% of people, they go that way. Today, not me. We're going to take the long way around. Card Sound Road. See what we got here. So far, I'm liking it. There's a lot less traffic. Hugely less traffic. It might cost us just a little bit of time, but I'm okay with that. So far, it's been much more relaxing, and that's what I'm about. I'm about the ride. It's not always about getting places. It's about enjoying the ride on the way there. I am about 150 miles in for the day. What is going to be roughly a 400-mile day out of the Keys onto the mainland. And my Chrome Avenue right now, which is the get around instead of taking I-75, saves a couple tolls, a little bit of commotion. And the weather has cooled down pretty nicely. It's not real hot no more. A little cold front coming in. But that is because it's going to rain. Yeah, there is a system that's moving across the entire state right now, the entire width of the state. And we're definitely going to get wet. We're getting ready to start headed west on Tamiami Trail in just a moment. But before that, we'll throw the rain gear on, just top the tank while we're here anyway. If you've been watching a long time, when I first came to the Keys on the bike, This is the racetrack gas station that I got the palmetto bug, which is basically a giant cockroach stuck in my saddlebag. Top the tank, grab a snack, rain gear on. So here we are again, getting ready to hit some rain, get this thing all filthy again, but that's not why I got it. It's not a jewel, it's not a museum piece. Built to ride, whether it's dirty, filthy, clean, sparkling, I don't care. We're gonna rip it no matter what. Today, ripping it to Lakeland, Florida. Rain or shine, let's go. Come on. Yep. Well, just as I rolled in, the rain started up again. I had taken off my jacket and everything, but it's not gonna stop me. I still saw the gators. I saw probably got a good dozen gators. Biggest one, probably about 10-footer. And they're all in this like big canal behind me. They're actually all around me. I've seen them over there. I've seen them everywhere. But they got this fenced in pretty good. You just keep your eyes open. You know, you could see pretty far if there was a gator coming. But anyway, I still enjoyed it. I got my fill of gators, and I've definitely got my fill of rain. Anyway, time to get rolling. Welcome to Ochopee, Florida, population 11. And the post office, you guessed it, that's right behind me. You don't need a big post office when you're not a big town. This is considered to be the smallest post office in the United States. This is a 7x8 irrigation shed, originally. That wasn't until 1953. The general store, which was also the post office at the time, it burned down. And they said, you know what? This will work. It's been the post office ever since, been working great. They don't want to change it, they don't need to. One person works in here, she probably reaches everything from one seat. Got an air conditioner in there, computer. They got some cool postmarked postcards in there. So I've read, but it's Sunday today, and of course they're not open. I was planning to leave tomorrow, but we're dodging a little rain. We're trying to, with the weather coming in tomorrow, so we're here a day early, that's fine. Right on the edge of the Everglades here, getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. But this is a pretty cool little spot. I was on the route, figured I'd see, you know what, show the world. You want to see it? Come by when they're open. Get yourself a little postcard. There's plenty of room. You swing around, got a trailer, whatever, it'll work. But for now, we got to start headed north and making our way towards Lakeland, see our buddy Danny. It's going to be good times for sure. I did not plan any stops in between here and there as far as things to see. Interesting stops per se, but you never know what the road's gonna show you, what's gonna be right there on the route. Happens all the time. So for now, we gotta get things rolling. At least I am de-rain geared. Looks pretty solid from here. You can't see it, there's blue skies out there. And I am very thankful for that. Gonna be dry from here on out. So I think for the end of the day, need a good solid few days of rain. And we need to get moving because these mosquitoes are crazy. But we saw it, it's off the list. Let's go. From the post office, I headed west and took a right on Route 29 to intersect I-75. And as I took the turn and started getting into the throttle, I noticed a lot more noise coming from the top end of the engine. So I pull over into nearby Fakahatchee State Park, get her shut down, and mind you, these clips you're seeing are recovered as my SD card got corrupted, but the only audio I was able to recover was this. Very, very low. Like, not even touching the dipstick low. Yeah. I'm in the middle of nowhere Everglades, South Florida, and extremely low on oil. I make the decision to not start the bike up until I get oil in it. I started calling around, and I found out roadside assistance won't bring me oil, just tow my bike to a place where they have it. and a mobile mechanic, they want $200 to bring me 5 quarts of oil. So I actually found out the nearest gas station 3.5 miles away has exactly what I need, 20W50. Mind you, it's car oil, that's the right weight viscosity. So I started pushing the bike in the hopes that somebody would stop and help and get me a ride to that gas station. What you guys didn't see there, I didn't do a whole lot of filming. Well, as I pushed the bike about a good mile, trying to get somebody to stop and help me. And cops passed me a couple times, a few cars passed me a couple times. One truck said he was gonna stop, get me some oil. He ended up doing it, was the wrong oil actually. But what ended up happening was a police officer stops, asked me what's going on, and I said, man, I'm out of oil. I ain't gonna start this thing till I get some oil. I'm pushing it, trying to make it to the gas station. Police officer says, hey, you know what? I'm gonna run you up there. Get somebody to watch your bike. I'll run you up to the gas station. The closest one has 2050. I already called ahead and checked. So he puts me in the car, and I got 3 quarts of oil and a Gatorade. Cost me about 30 bucks. 2050. I mean, it's, I don't know, some kind of Chevron 2050. From the oil that I had on the bike to what I bought, I probably put about 3 quarts of oil into this bike, which is a lot. I hate saying that. When you fill it up, it's probably 4.5 quarts of oil. So that's pretty low. I mean, I heard a noise, I pulled in, checked it out, and she was way low. I gotta check it way more often. So it is what it is, bike's burning oil. And now, cross your fingers, seems like she's running pretty good. I know what you're thinking, Curtis, you gotta be checking that oil more often. You are absolutely right. I am 100% in agreement. Plain and simple, no excuses. Should have been checking it more than I have been. I'm not, I wasn't. And cross your fingers here, engine's gonna be all right. I think if she was done, she'd have been done already. She blows, I guess. But golly, we might just have averted disaster there. All things considered, that situation worked out very well. The boys in blue helped me out big time there. Bike's running pretty good right now. Let's take what we got from here, we're gonna learn from that, and we're gonna check the oil a lot more often. Keep it topped off, change it out. But for now, still trying to make our way up to Lakeland. Cross your fingers, bike's all right, engine's all right. That's all she wrote. Just pulling into Danny's here. Just said he ordered a pizza. Said he's got the driveway opened up. I could pull right in the garage. That's service right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. That's super nice. There he is.
Hey, you too.
Good to see you.
Oh, we got
dude, thanks for doing all this, yeah.
No, dude.
Good morning, y'all. And it is a good morning because number one, I have great people in my life. Case in point, Mr. Danny. He opened up his house to me, which I'm extremely thankful for. I rolled in about 9 p.m. last night. He had pizza waiting for me here, and we caught up. This is his bike here, 21 Street Bob. These are sweet bikes, they're fast. It's got the same engine I got, and it's way lighter. And I've been friends with Danny probably about a good 6-7 years now. Been riding off and on, rode to St. Louis and back from Chicago. And a really good friend put me up, extra room for the night, and I slept awesome. I got coffee this morning, I'm ready to go. Because it's gonna be a interesting day. I'm gonna do some changes on the fluids on this bike. There's 3 fluids, got the engine, primary, trans, and I am losing engine oil somehow, some way. It's not leaking. I checked the bottom. It's burning it. Maybe it's transferring it. Got to figure out where that oil is going, number one. And number two, we got to keep a closer eye on it. Of course, you already guessed that. So yeah, today, find what I need, fluid, filter, get ready to go, and pull the plugs out and see what's on the plugs. They're magnetic. So if the thing's coming apart, we're gonna see it then. That's gonna be a pretty good tale of what's gonna happen with the engine? The bike ain't going nowhere. I'll pop another engine in this thing if I have to. We're gonna keep on riding. I ain't giving up on this bike, hell no. I'm gonna rip around, see what we can come up with, see what's going on with the bike.
Still in good shape. There was no big chunks on the drain plugs themselves. After inspecting all 3 drain plugs, the used oil and the amount of oil in the primary, I talked to Kevin's and we decided it is just simply burning oil. But on the plus side, although the engine oil drain plug had more pieces on it than normal, it wasn't too crazy, and it seems like the engine's holding together pretty good. So I topped off the fluids, including the primary, with my homemade funnel, and me and Danny went out for a ride.
Bye, Bailey. See you later, bud. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, beautiful day out here, Lakeland, Florida, and I'm headed out of here. Stayed 2 nights with Danny. We are ready to rock. Burning oil or not, we're riding. This thing is gonna run. We're gonna ride it. We're gonna have to see how much oil we're burning, how fast. That's gonna determine if we're gonna head west out of the Panhandle towards Louisiana, or maybe we'll just head back to Chicago and get the bike right before we continue on with the adventures. Either way, we'll figure out a way. Gonna keep the wheels rolling. This motor's running, the wheel's gonna be rolling. For today, they're not gonna roll super far. I planned a pretty easy day today for a few reasons. Number one, I'm gonna keep a close eye on this oil situation. I am not ever going to let myself get in a situation like that once again that I was in 2 days ago, where I damn near ran the bike clear out of oil. Super bad deal right there. I'm an idiot. Don't be like me. Check your oil often. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're past that. And today, just about 200 miles. I got a campsite booked. But in between there, we got some stops we gotta see. I'm not gonna give it away just yet for now. We got just about hour 15 worth of riding. We're gonna check the oil when we get there, don't you worry. But looking forward to this one, and we got another great one after that. We're just gonna keep the wheels rolling all day, baby. So for now, I'm gonna settle in, enjoy some beautiful Central Florida, and make it to stop number 1. Welcome to the Richloam General Store. See, this all came about. The Atlantic Coast Railroad moved its depot from Riverland to Richloam, and they decided to put a general store and post office right here in the town. They actually burned down, rebuilt it. This one behind me, built in 1928, and remained a general store post office till the Great Depression, when they moved the post office to Sarasota. And at that point, laid vacant till the 1950s, became a residence, and that became vacant in the 70s, stayed vacant all the way to 2016, when they bought it back and refurbished it into what it is today, which is basically a look back in time to 1920s. Everything inside the store you could get back in 1928 at the time this structure here was built. Today, I got a pickle and a glass bottle Mountain Dew. Together I paid $3.81. Nice little step back in time. Nice little stop out in the middle here, Central Florida. Enjoyed my time, enjoyed the store. It's time to roll on. Something is dragging. You can hear it, I'm sure, better than I can. I gotta find a good spot to pull over here. All right, I don't know what's going on. I just left the gas station. Something's dragging. I'm gonna wait a second to get off for this traffic. Oh, my exhaust. That's the dummy side. That's no bueno. Well, not sure what happened there, but the front of the dummy side exhaust is hanging. Looks like a weld broke. That's what happened. All right, that's a new one. Try not to get run over here. That's a good one too. Really not a big deal. That's a pretty good thing to happen as far as things that could happen. All right, here's the plan. Take off one bungee cord that's holding my empty toolbox on for the time being. And then we're gonna get up underneath this thing while we watch traffic, and we're gonna tie that up for the short term. This is inconvenient, no doubt, but she's gonna live to see another day, so am I. No big deal. All right, something like that. It's not hot, don't worry. It's a dummy side. Get this thing tight as I can. Watch for traffic, don't get smoked. That would be bad. Oh yeah. See what we got there, baby. No big deal. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Is it gonna... Oh yeah, that'd be good. Good deal. You know, things happen. Can't let it ruin your day. That pipe's gonna be just fine. It's a dummy. I don't even need it. All good, all good. On to Ocala, baby. Dummy pipe hanging by a bungee cord. Come on. I have made it to the Big Daddy Don Garlits Museum, Ocala, Florida, the Swamp Rat, as he was nicknamed in the early days. I don't know a lot about drag racing. I am not super interested in it, but I like going fast, and I can appreciate somebody that does it and does it well. Apparently, he was the guy. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to teach you some stuff. For starters, this jet. So this jet here, this is an A7 Corsair II. It saw operation from 1967 to 1993. It is significant to the Big Daddy Don Garlits Museum because starting 1971, President Richard Nixon says, hey, Big Daddy, would you mind going over to Vietnam, rallying the troops, cheering them on, kind of do like a celebrity appearance type deal. So he does. And the story I read is that he found the safest way to join the military at that time is join the Navy. So he comes back to the States, gets hold of the recruiting officer for the Navy, says, hey, I'd like to do something, get people to encourage people to join the Navy. So he says, okay, great. And they do a mock drag race on the USS Lexington, where he races an A7 Corsair II. Of course, that didn't actually happen, but had it did actually happen, his dragster, which had a top speed of 244 miles an hour in the quarter mile, would have beaten this A7 Corsair II, which has a takeoff speed of 120 miles an hour. Years go by, and he's always wanted one of his own. So, Cecil Field, which is located in Jacksonville at the time, shuts down 1999. This was out front. And the National Naval Air Museum contacts him, says, hey, do you want this? You come get it, you move it on your own, it's yours. That's what he did, had it shipped here to the property, been here ever since. Now, time to go inside. The Big Daddy Don Garlits Museum of Drag Racing has been open since 1984 and features over 200 historic dragsters of all kinds. This museum consists of the main building,
with full-on exhibits to include memorabilia, photos and parts, an engine collection room, and an additional back room packed full of record-breaking hot rods as well. I could easily make a full-length movie on this place, but here are just a few standouts. This one has two 1957 Buick V8s for a combined 934 cubic inches and was driven by movie star turned drag racer Tommy Ivo. I was drawn to the classic styling of this one named Pandemonium 3. It was raced by Bob Sullivan 1957 to 61 and had a record-breaking run of 184 miles an hour in Green Valley, Texas. One of the most notable cars is the accident car. The accident occurred March 8, 1970 in Long Beach, California. A failure in the transmission would cause it to overspeed to 25,000 RPM, cut the car in half, and cost the swamp rat part of his right foot. While recovering, he brainstormed the rear engine dragster, made his idea reality, and changed drag racing forever. For the ladies, this one was raced by Shirley Muldowney. Known as the First Lady of Drag Racing, she won 3 Top Fuel championships and paved the way for women in drag racing. These mini bikes are awards given to the Swamp Rat by CarCraft Magazine for Driver of the Year. And lastly, this is the Terminal Vans Top Fuel Kawasaki. Built in 1979, it won over 90% of the races it entered and had a top speed of 208.8 miles an hour. For the $17 veteran admission price I paid, I thought it was a great value. I stayed for an hour and a half and I learned and saw so much. If you want to check it out yourself, they're located in Ocala, Florida, open 9 to 5 every single day of the year, except for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That is a wrap. Big Daddy Don Garlits Museum drag racing. Killer. You like it, motorsports at all. You go, you learn a lot of cool things there, a lot of artifacts, a lot of history, videos, cool stuff. No doubt. Worth my time, worth my money. Now, gotta roll. Headed north today to Gainesville area. Yeah, we're headed to Gainesville actually. Making our way to Satchel's Pizza. I'm throwing an audible. We're basically gonna go a little bit out of the way, a little bit east to Gainesville, into Gainesville to get some pizza. Satchel's Pizza. Place looks cool, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the pizza is great. I got food I already have with me. I can make it tonight for free. And I'm just gonna do that because we're just gonna ride rain the rest of the day. And I'd like to limit my riding in the rain to as little as possible. So, yep, skipping Satchel's Pizza. Looks cool. I'll go there eventually, not today, but just gonna make our way to the campground, get camp set up, get some food there. There's a natural spring there, could check that out. Got some videos to work on, editing, and I chill a little bit, relax. Gotta do that as well. So, about an hour 20 in the rain, and we will be there. Let's go. So I just rolled into Ruth B. Kirby Gilchrist State Park. I was surprised to see those sugar sand roads leading in here, which I managed just fine. They're pretty packed down. Slow down a couple times, take her slow, no big deal. But I was like, okay, they're just gonna continue all the way through the park. So the campground starts here, and then there's this whole section here. Goes into a tent only section, which is what I booked. I had no idea that it was going to be roads like this. So I said, you know what, let me just park the bike before I start going into this campground. I don't know where I'm going, number one. I don't know what the roads look like. So that's exactly what I did. I hopped off and I just walked it
First of all, I didn't even make it to my campsite before I found just thick, loose sand, mud. Not gonna work out. There would have been no chance of me taking that 900-pound bike to my campsite that I booked. Just not gonna happen. So I thought about maybe taking a different one, tried to call the number, nobody answered, left a voicemail, and I found a ranger actually here working, and I said, you know what, I'm just staying one night. Can I just plop a tent like right here? I'm trying not to get this bike stuck out here, and it's a whole big thing. So yeah, gonna make our own campsite right here. No fire, I don't do fires anyway, but I'm just gonna plop the tent down, maybe somewhere under the tree, and just stay here for the night. I'll park the bike here in a corner or something. This is pretty solid. Road's pretty solid for the most part. We're gonna make this work. I paid for a campsite, I'm staying here. So no big deal. We'll get her packed up early-ish. She said she talked to her boss, so it is started raining once again. Started raining on me once I got in. I think it's gonna be raining off and on all night into tomorrow once again. But anyway, that's the story. Pop this tent down. Tent is set up, my bed is set up. Now, typically I would grab something to eat. I'm gonna cook something here in a bit, but I am at Ruth B. Kirby Gilchrist State Park. This is the 175th state park in Florida, newest one actually. Opened November 1st, 2017. And it is home to 6 natural springs. The closest one, right over there. So before I get a shower and eat and do all this stuff and jump into spring. I faced many challenges on this one. Oil consumption, dummy pipe holder breaking, and rain that seems to never end. But also enjoyed myself at some incredible places, such as this crystal clear spring water. The sky faded into dark soon after, as this video is also coming to an end. Stay tuned next Thursday for more state lines, more shenanigans, and more adventure.